bring light into your life, and it's like, okay, it makes it easier. Like I can, I can pay off this bill.
Right.
I don't have to struggle and do this. I know this person got my back. Like say if I lose my job today,
Right.
I can fall back on him.
Right.
Hopefully.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But shit, if you can't fall back on a person, ain't
Right
no
there,
sense in them
right
being
there with
there.
him, right.
I'm all that.
Right.
Yeah.
Then what's the
but-
purpose of being with him?
Yeah, true.
Right.
True. Because I know I couldn't. I know I had to base. I had to base my marriage. Well, not my marriage, but I had to base my life around being with someone who I know can not take care of me, but take care of me. Like when the ships go down or things really go in the ruckets, I know that I had somebody to lean on. So when I went into that, I went into it looking for someone that loved me just as much as I loved him. That was going to be there for me just as much as I was for him. And just make sure we not even because it's never a 50-50 in a marriage, y'all. There's always going to be somebody doing more than the other.
60-40.
Yeah, 60-40, 70-30.
70-30,
Yeah, it's never 50-50. If it was 50-50, I guess marriages would stay. But people don't want to put in the work. So,
Yeah, I think marriage is one thing could be sacrificing.
yeah,
Some people don't accept or like to sacrifice
no.
all the time because you're married. That could be one thing that
Right.
they have a problem with is to sacrifice.
But is that fair for somebody in a marriage for the one person to sacrifice all the time? Like, I know you've been married before.
Yeah, well, it all depends on who you marry.
Right.
But sometimes, that's what it takes to make it work. So, but they say love, love will make you do.
Different
Make
strokes
do
for
some
different
crazy
folks.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about being single? Because I've been on both ends of it.
Right.
So what about being single?
The freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom.
Freedom, I think,
You
is
don't
like
have to
number
worry
one.
about
That's-
anything
that's-
or anybody.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. Like I don't got to worry about. Okay, I don't got to answer no questions. I can do my thing, do whatever I want to do. I don't got to answer to nobody.
So when you say do your thing,
Oh God.
I'm curious, as you know.
No, you listen.
Come on, tell us what you mean, because I'm curious. Too.
Well, it's not even about doing your thing, but you don't got to answer to that person, the other person.
Right. So like I know some people like to
No, I don't. I'm single. Who I gotta answer to? I'm not committed to you.
So let me ask you a question. So when you saying that you're single, but you're in a relationship, right?
I'm not in the
that's not what
relationship.
you
Oh, you're not in a
No.
relationship. You just saying, oh, okay.
Like, no.
That's not,
No, that's not what she said. She's speaking from a single point of view.
Right, that's
Okay,
what-
No commitment to anyone.
No commitment. Okay.
What in the hell? What in the hell?
What in that? What the hell?
What the hell?
Look, Trisha Green said, "Hey Trish, the best part about being single is having the freedom to what did she say?
That's the number
to do
one.
whatever I want, and the worst part is still pending."
I see some other comments.
Trish, I'm with you.
Shout out to Alicia, Sharon, Alice, Trisha, Wanda. Hey guys, I'm
Hey,
Nisa.
what's up?
Look, so Sharon said, "Hey Sharon." Sharon said she can travel when she wants.
Well, you can travel
can travel
regardless.
with-
You can travel with your
somebody.
husband.
Hold on, I'm
But
gonna
Sharon,
defend
are you
her.
married or single?
Right.
Because that's the question. Are you married and you can travel when you want, or are you single you can travel when you want?
Yeah.
So Alicia said some people don't want to commit. Alicia? That was the next thing.
Okay, and that's another thing too, because I'm gonna be honest. Like some people I know, they say they get bored. They get bored with that significant other or that person they're dating. Like they could be, you know, you could go into a relationship or a dating relationship or a friendship, whatever you want to call it, and they can do all these things out, you know, have you having fun or whatever. Then all of a sudden they just stop. Oh, okay,
Well,
I'm gonna move on.
Yeah, I think that's a cop out when people say they get bored because
That's not a cop out. How is
I
that a
said
cop
I
out?
think because
That's because this one get bored a lot. But anyway,
but-
go ahead.
but
Go ahead.
you have to put work into
I mean, I
any
don't
relationship.
know.
No,
You have to
I'm
put
being
work.
honest. I put work into
so-
it. If it's somebody I really want to deal with, and I really want to deal with, I put the work into it.
Right,
Like,
but I'm just
y'all
saying, like,
making faces.
after the
Sharon
honeymoon
is single,
stage.
y'all. Sharon is single.
Oh, Sharon says she's
So she
Sharon
said
is single.
she said she could travel by herself. But
She
you
can
can
travel.
No,
travel.
but my
anyway.
thing is, if I get bored, like you do some shit, like
But what does
okay,
bored mean? Like, cause you know, women.
you
kill
want
me
to
with
continue
that.
to do the same thing over and over again. No, I'm
Well, you
very
come up with
outgoing.
something
That's
else.
what I'm saying.
And I do.
You have to put work into the relationship.
But that's a marriage
Okay,
too.
but-
You can get bored in it. You can get bored in a
Exactly.
marriage.
yeah, but you still
Yeah.
have to put work into it.
Why?
Right.
Okay,
Of course.
wait. Time out. I'm not going to put all my work into this person that's not going to be committed
Well,
to me.
you're working towards that point.
Okay, but that's
We're
that's
talking
that's
about
the thing
somebody
with
who
men.
is committed to you, though.
Yeah,
You're talking
but
about
so-
somebody who's committed to you.
And right.
You're speaking on that. We're not talking about somebody who's
Yeah,
not.
she
wanna
went
admit
in.
that part.
Yeah, you put.
I don't admit that part.
Some stuff came out.
What one came out?
They're like, we're gonna get her therapy, and then we're gonna come back to this.
We're gonna
No,
pause the therapy.
it's not no therapy.
Somebody need therapy.
No. What? I
I'm
need
good.
therapy.
Nah,
I think it was
No,
four.
but I agree with Sid.
I
You
do
gotta put
not
work
need
into
therapy.
it.
You gotta put work into it. Because after the honeymoon stage, you know, that's I guess when people say they get bored. After the newness is
No,
wore
it's not
off.
even that. It's not even just the honeymoon
Okay, so let me
stage.
ask you a question. What is your definition of being bored in a relationship?
She said doing the same thing
Doing the
over
same
and over
thing
again.
over and over
But
But
again.
I said, then you have to come up with new
But I
things.
do.
Right.
So-
And even if I do, okay, it's maybe it might be something. Okay, like I go out with y'all a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if I gotta wait and wait, and this person don't want to do something or whatever, okay, and I'm going home. Everybody going home to somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going home to myself. So it's like, okay, that's boring as hell.
Wait,
Huh?
wait, what?
What?
Are you
The
talking about
boring?
with somebody
What the
or
hell
by
is-
yourself? Are you talking about being with somebody or go by yourself? I thought you were telling
that's how
us.
she need therapy. She going back and forth. She don't know what she's doing.
Don't put me on this.
What to go home by
Yeah.
yourself.
So in other words, you want to go home to somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, you can do
The
that. if
question
you don't get
was what
bored.
constitutes being bored.
Yeah, what constitutes being bored? Like I said,
Things
after-
that we do, like I like to go. I like to be out and about.
So you want
Not
somebody,
even out and about. It's just that we intertwining with each other, like keeping each other's minds occupied, keep my mind stimulated, whatever, things like that.
Right. I
But
understand.
you know what I mean. You can't keep just doing the same thing. Oh, what's up? Nah, bye.
I get that. Like for instance, I use you as an example because you always doing something. So I know Jay, your husband.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I know
right.
he can admire you for that because
Right.
there's never a dull moment with you because you're always
Yeah.
doing something. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta take the good with the bad.
Yeah, right.
Right.
So it's good
Yeah.
that I have you to use that example. But
Okay.
that's one way. You could, especially when the other person is just in their lane.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So
right.
sometimes you got to bring that person out of their lane
Yeah.
to be able to not get bored,
Right.
so to speak.
And I would say that because of me and Jay, we've been together for so many years that sometimes we can get complacent with certain situations. Not everything, but we can get complacent with things. So when we notice that it's a complacement, or when we notice that it's something that is being repetitively done, we'll say, okay, look, we got to switch this
I'm
up.
tired of that.
We got to change this up. This is not who we are. Let's think out the box. But it's never hard to jump into something to do. And I think that goes with if you with a person and you love their mindset, you love their company, it's not hard to change it up.
Right.
So if you're with somebody and they're doing the same thing and it's the same thing over and over again, that means their mindset is not trying to focus on the things that you like or the things that they want to do with you. It's the same. Like if they say, "Oh, Keisha work from, let's say 8 to 7 every day," right? And it's nothing to do really after 7 o'clock, but going to like a nice little date.
That's a lot of work.
Right, but what I'm saying is, if they're
Most
saying
of
that
your
your
time is
time is
into
most in work,
Yeah.
then the only thing they're going to have is the weekends to try to appease you. You know what I'm saying? Or say, "Hey, Keisha, can you take a day off? I want to do this."
No, ain't no
but
taking
that
no
work
days
both.
off.
But that work both ways. You know that, right? Therapy, what?
Yes.
Ain't no
But-
taking
but
no
another
days
thing
off.
Want to
is-
compare?
works
She's not.
right.
She's not willing
Ain't
to
no taking no
compromise.
days off.
Right, you gotta be willing to compromise.
Right.
Okay, when you could say, ain't nobody taking no days off. If you could pay that day's salary, yeah, then I'll take that.
Okay, well, everybody, no wonder why she's single, all right?
Personal and sick days.
I'm messing with y'all.
FMLA.
I'm messing with y'all.
No, I know you're not like that.
I'm not like that.
Because
I'm not
you like to
that.
go.
No, but I'm just saying, like, some people mindsets are like that.
They are.
You know what I'm saying?
So in your dating process, you will have to look for somebody who's similar, like
Not even similar, because I like the
to
opposite.
go out though.
No.
But I'm talking about together, like
No, we don't even.
Like
I'm very private, so I don't even like to be out there.
Well, you
the-
said you said you like to be out.
we have a.
No,
Okay,
I like to
okay.
be out, but I don't like to be.
I'm sick.
No, I like to be out, but not. Yo, you don't need to know who I'm messing with.
I didn't say why you.
What you hot? Now you want to
No,
hide?
I'm not hiding.
He
It's
said
not
he's-
even hiding.
Sam said he's sick of you.
It's not even hiding. It's none of your business, to be
But
honest.
nobody asked you. I was just saying, like when you're dating somebody, like instead of you get bored with them, it's good to look for somebody who likes the same thing.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
like.
Right,
yes,
right.
yes,
So
yes,
that-
A little
yes,
compatibility.
Yes,
Right.
yes,
Right,
yes.
right.
So that's one
Oh,
thing.
God.
Like when you said going out,
Yeah.
you
It don't even have to be going out to a club or
No,
anything
no,
like that.
just
You
like-
know?
Just going
Just
out.
we
Yeah,
go
just
for a
hanging
walk
out.
in the park.
right.
Yeah.
So
But wait, look. So this goes to my next question: commitment, on a woman or a man. So what? So why don't women or men want to commit after a certain length of time with a person? You know, to experience all of the stuff that a married person may go through.
I
You know
think
what
it's
I'm
more
saying?
so of the men.
Yeah, but on a woman's from a woman's
Yeah, from a
perspective,
woman's
it's like
Cause you just shout out a lot.
because
Because
it
it
might-
why you don't want to commit. I'm just saying.
it may be that you're not feeling that person all like that. That's what it comes
Yeah.
down to.
Yeah.
But why hold them? If you want to keep dating them, don't hold them hostage. You
Right.
know what I
agree.
mean?
I agree. I
Like
agree with
you
that.
know, keep going on dating,
right.
but you're not gonna
and
commit
you know
to
it's
them.
nothing gonna come out
Right.
of
Yeah,
it.
like
right.
milk and a cow.
Why do that? Keep them
Milking a cow.
Milking a cow, milking a cow. You know, milking a cow.
Okay.
Yeah, like why
Benefits.
keep like keep
Benefits.
benefit.
Okay.
reeling them on?
Financial benefits, other
Yeah,
benefits.
but a lot of people settle. A lot of people settle.
Yes,
just
a lot of people settle.
Just to
won't-
say they have
yeah,
somebody.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's so boring.
Right.
That's a.
I'm not
Sam,
settling.
what about your point? Well, first let's give a shout out to Trisha, Sonia watching. Trisha said the same reason why you don't want to wear the same panties every day. What the hell?
What? You know you Jermaine. sister.
Hey Ayana, thank you. Hey guys. Wait, so okay, from a male's point of view.
Commitment. I mean, it's
Excuse me.
just like accepting that you're going to be with one woman for the rest of your life. That's hard for men. You know, 'cause we-
It's hard for men, not for you.
Why is it hard for men? Please.
Because we are visual creatures, so there's going to be other things that we see that we like.
Oh my god.
And the same thing is for
But I'm just saying
women.
So
for
you,
men.
so
That's
okay,
all.
but you
I'm
don't
just
think
giving
so?
for
Okay,
men.
so
That's all I'm
okay.
saying.
Tasha said something. Tasha said, Glenn said Keisha, there are different levels to dating. Once you become exclusive, then both parties should respect each other's thoughts and feelings. Hey guys, it's Glenn Brighton.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, hey Tasha, thanks for tuning in. Okay, that's so true. It is different levels of relationships, but I think what I'm trying to ask the ones that's not married is, if you've been with a person, right? And everybody, Alicia said, because some people need to control the situation. I need to feel free to come and go as I please. I'm an adult. Okay. Hey, Matoka. So, okay. I think that, I don't know, maybe from a married point of view and being married as long as I've learned to adapt and accept, as we were talking about before, because it takes two. It's some things that, okay, for prime example, sometimes my husband feels like I do too much. He feels like I don't get enough rest, you know, that my headspace is everywhere, and you know, and at one point I was like, no, I gotta get it, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. But then when I really sat down and looked at his point of view, you know, now that he's retired, he wants to travel, he wants to do things, and he can't plan and do things if I'm everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I had to say, you know what? Let me look and see what I can change, so we can benefit stuff together. So now that I looked at it that way, we do a lot of stuff together. We take a lot of trips together. But in the same token, he has to remember that I'm not retired.
Right.
You know, but I do try to adjust my schedule if he want to go somewhere, or if he wants to do something, I'll adjust it. But it's compromising. So personally, I wouldn't be with a person for a very long period of time and not be married, because you have to look at other stuff, benefits. If something happens to that person, he gets sick. If God forbid he passes, all that stuff, and you've been with him for 10, 15 years, and now you have no say-so over what happens next.
Right, yeah, that was always my thing, like
You know?
being with somebody and for a long, extended period of time, and you can't, my pensions, you know, all of this Social Security, you can't get any of that stuff because you're not legally married.
Right, right,
You know?
right. But then they passed a law, I don't know if it's with same-sex marriages but they passed a law, I think, with same-sex marriages that you can get on their benefits.
Oh, you could get on there. Yeah,
And-
you could get on the benefits,
Okay.
but you still got to be married.
You still got to be married.
Yeah.
Right. So Sam, you're not out this question. Like,
Okay.
So if you're in a relationship more than 5-10 years, and you didn't want to, what would be the reason why you don't want to actually put a ring on it, commit, marry? You know, let hers become yours, or us, or let hers become yours, and I think I said that right. But you know what
But
I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Together.
Togetherness.
Maybe the
Togetherness.
relationship is just working as it is. Maybe marriage is not a thing for either individual, me
Right.
or the other individual. Maybe they are accepting of the situation as it is. But when it goes back to, like you saying, benefits and stuff, I mean, I think that could only happen to two confident, independent individuals who are, not saying most women are, but who are not looking to be taken care of or compensated if that person dies.
Okay,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? So
Okay.
I think, you know, marriage is just not for everybody.
Okay. Okay.
Perfect example. What's Russell and Goldie Hawn?
Goldie Hawn and Russ.
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Yeah, they've been together.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
You know, not married.
Yeah.
So
Kids.
that's it.
Kyla Pratt.
Huh?
Kyla Pratt.
Oh yeah, Kyla Pratt.
Yeah.
Kyla Pratt.
Since 2008.
Oh, who's she
wow.
married to?
No, they're not married.
They're
not
not
married.
married,
Oh,
just
who she
together.
with? Oh, Kyla Pratt from that show.
What's up?
Wait, who Kyla Pratt?
Oh, no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, one on one. Kyla, shout out to Kyla.
Wait.
Scova's Nosha Scova.
Nosha
That's her-
Scova?
Right? Didn't she always say the parents on 101 did Nosha Scova? Scova Nosha? Novia? Nova
Girl!
Scotia? I know.
What
You
the
made
me not know the name of it.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia. Yes. I used to watch it. But I guess, hey, Dewana is watching. So, hey, Sonia. So, I guess it's safe to say that, Sam, that it has to be two minds that think alike.
Hey Dad.
That doesn't
Yeah,
want
they have to be on the same accord with that situation as marriage.
Okay,
You know what I'm
okay,
saying? Like
okay.
y'all was saying, like, what if something happens to that individual?
Right.
while they're together. You know, to me, I just be like, you know, you should put something in place while y'all living, so that if that happens, you don't feel some type of way if that person kid
Right.
comes in and wants whatever, or their family,
Right.
whichever way it goes.
Right.
It
Right.
get
right.
ugly.
Yeah, it can
does.
get ugly, but you know, you still want to be able to build something with that person that nobody
Right.
can touch.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So-
I guess it's about security. So as long as you feel secure, you know, and as long as your mate feels secure, you know, on both ends, then I guess it's not, you know, it's nothing really for anybody else to worry about. Mind your business.
Well, they
you
not.
know, that's
when
my
it
big
comes to
thing.
their family, it's not. They not gonna mind their business.
Sometimes women just like to say, "My husband."
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
that
so-
too.
Don't look at me like
I
that.
didn't look at you.
I think you looked at me like that.
Wait,
Somebody else need therapy.
wait. You keep saying somebody need therapy. You said we need therapy, but
No,
do
because
you
you got
need
hyped
therapy?
up. You hyped up with me, and I wasn't even like talking
Yeah,
directly to
you are a little,
Yeah.
No, but that's
Okay,
true.
because we-
You on
It's
fire.
all right. Therapy is
You on
good for
fire
us.
right now.
Let me say this, to everybody on live.
Oh,
Sugar Hill and Sam I Am is against J Rob and Keishi. That's
true.
it.
not true. Don't believe
Fake
that.
Say it like that
news.
today,
Fake
but-
news.
Fake news.
Everybody can clearly
Nah.
see.
That's what threw you off.
Oh.
Well, okay. So, you know, we were just trying to get y'all opinion. And
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Okay.
Thanks
so
for
anyway,
I don't know if you gotta-
what is it? Best or worst marriage or being single?
Yeah, that's the
The
worst of being
situation.
single in situations. You know, I love being married. I love my husband. I love being married. It has its ups and downs. It has its shakes and its shivers.
But it's
But
crazy.
overall,
Yes.
it's good. It's
Like
good.
the single women or
Yeah.
single people want to be married. Sometimes married people want
Wanna
to be
be
single.
single, yeah.
Because they want to stay like what we're
Yeah.
doing
But because
outside.
that thing y'all just was talking about, being bored.
It's
Yeah.
not even being bored. They see what's inside that marriage or what's going on inside that marriage that their friends are doing. Sometimes it ain't even all what it's cracked up to be.
And that's another thing. I think when you have a lot of married friends, like if you're single, you have a lot of married friends, and you see stuff and they tell you stuff that's going on, and you see that ain't no big deal. I'd rather stay single. That plays a lot too in
Yeah.
committing and relationships, and
And vice versa.
and vice versa. But being that you have already been there, done that before, and so and maybe your significant other has been in a long-term relationships. Maybe she feel like, look, I'm good the way this is. I'm okay without being married.
But that
or
shit
settling
get
down.
bored. That shit
See,
get
how you
bored.
feel?
Okay, so what do you think
Yeah,
gets
but
bored?
what gets bored about
What
it?
gets bored, married or single?
Yeah.
The both of them- both of them
I can't even speak on being married because I'm not married.
No,
But
no,
you can speak on being bored.
I could be.
Right.
So that's what.
because that's
No,
not making
no. It get bored being alone.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's
okay,
it.
Got
I get
you.
bored.
got
It
It get
you.
bored
Yes, I
being
agree with you.
alone.
I agree
Okay.
with you on that.
Yes, it do.
It's
Okay.
yeah, you want that significant other. You know what I'm saying? So it gets tough.
But you gotta give people a chance.
Yeah, you gotta give people a
I'm
chance.
just
Here we
saying.
go.
Gotta
Here
give
we
people a
go.
chance.
Here we
You ain't
go.
that bored.
I'm just saying, it's done against us.
No, there's nobody. Don't try
Don't
that.
fall into
Yeah,
that.
don't fall. Yeah, she
Don't
tried
fall
it.
into that.
See how you try to
I'm
build the
just saying.
narrative
I'm
on
just
that.
saying.
Kiana, you said both get bored because she married. Kiana is married. No, it don't.
No.
Don't
Well,
you say-
yeah, Kiana, sometimes both can. But it's what you want to do to live in your relationship.
both?
If you
What
do,
both? Man and
she's saying
woman?
both single and
single
married.
and married.
single.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I can see
That just goes to how you love your mate, how y'all rock. Like me and my man, we rock. So I'm okay with whatever we decide to do. But it hasn't always been that way. I don't want people to think that you come into a marriage with it that way. No. I feel the longer you're with a person, the more you know. So if you went on 4 or 5 years and you learning something new, trust me, the next 4 or 5 years you're gonna learn something else new.
Okay.
It's never ending. But it's up to you how much you want to put into your relationship.
Oh, okay.
Well, friendship is a big part of your relationship.
It
too.
is. It
Well, you
is.
said that last.
Well, they
on the
said you
friendship
gotta. She
episode.
said you gotta continue to date.
Gotta continue.
Right. You got
Yeah.
that, like doing different
You
things.
gonna
Yeah,
continue.
Yeah.
got to.
I
That's
ain't
important.
gonna continue to date though. You married, but I ain't gonna continue to date.
Well, you won't continue to date
Well, then you'll
for a
be
long
bored.
period of time.
That's gonna go.
You should want to be on 100 all the time.
I'm not on 100 all the
No.
time.
I'm saying when a relationship, like
See,
it's not
Jermaine
gonna be
on our side
100.
now.
I'm not on your side. I'm definitely not on your side. Joking.
I want to be on the 100 all the time.
But I'm saying, what I'm saying is, you can't be on 100.
No, I'm not.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest. When I'm in a relationship or if I'm dating somebody, I sit back because the man needs to lead me. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yes. Not all the time, but that man is gonna lead.
No,
Yes.
no, the man, biblically the man's supposed to lead. The man's supposed to be the provider. He's supposed to take care of this. But if you're in a relationship,
Yes.
Equals leadership.
yeah,
It is leadership.
That's
It's
leadership
a
on
relationship.
It's leadership on both ends.
Mhm.
Is compromise on both ends.
Right.
It's adapting and agreeing on both ends. Everything is on both ends because if you want to do something and he don't want to do it, then okay, now he got to compromise.
Absolutely.
If you want to do something and he don't want, okay, now he got to compromise.
Right.
So it's never going to be a time when it's going to be times when he don't want to do something and you're not going to do
Right.
it.
Right.
And there's going to be times when you want to do
I'm
something
not
and you're
saying
not going
that.
to do it.
I'm
So
not saying that.
it's not even level in the marriage. It's not even level in a relationship. It's never like this.
Right.
It's always like this. And then you just have to come to this.
Like the stock.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
That was good.
Yeah, because and that
That
goes
was
to how much you love this person, how much you want to be with this person. When you think about not being with this person, how much does it affect you? That's how I base my marriage on now. If something was to ever, the unknown, I would be miserable without my husband.
Right.
I have my kids and I love my kids. They're always there for me. They're always there to talk to. But I know they can't give me that same companion as my husband.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
No, that's all
That
I'm
was from
saying.
the heart. I felt that.
Wait.
That was heartfelt, yes.
Heart-
Wait,
that.
Yeah.
Kiana gonna say we are Aries, so sometimes being on 100 is us, and yes, we want a man to lead because we can run your ass. you ain't man enough for me.
No, Kiana.
It's like no,
That's not right.
but that's why we get. But if we can run you as an Aries, we'll get rid of you.
You said she's married?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's married.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, shit,
Well, I
you
saw
done been
somebody
through
say,
some shit,
and
Kiara.
some people want to control the situation too.
They
Yeah.
do.
Yes.
I don't.
So let me ask you a question. Do you want a man to control everything you do?
No, absolutely. No,
You
you
just
can't
said you
control
want a
me.
man.
I'm saying so what is your definition of leading? Because that's what you said.
What did I say? What
You
did I
said-
say?
You
told
said
you
you
to
want
be
a
on
man.
our side.
You said you want a man to lead. So
Yeah,
what is your
it's-
definition of leading? In what way do you want your man to lead?
As a man, the man should always lead me
In what
a
way?
relationship. Not just telling me what to do and nothing like that, but he should lead me to being in a.
She don't know.
She don't. She's single. So
talking.
that's
Relationship
but,
for like 13, 14 years, right?
Shout out to the big girls.
Shout out to the big girl.
What?
No, you gotta shout them out. They need love too.
Ain't nothing wrong with the big girls, honey.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. I just shouted them out. Yo.
I need therapy, sis.
She's showing it. She really coming with the smoke today.
Yeah.
Woo, but
I'm
you know
coming
what?
with the smoke.
It's good to see how she feel because you never know what other woman is feeling the same way that she's feeling.
A lot of women, I hear this a lot with women. Seriously, I hear a lot of it. So that's why I'm coming that way.
Well, I think sometimes individuals get lazy in relationships. That could,
That's true.
Yeah.
They married, they already got them, they've been married for a long time.
That's true.
So it becomes repetitious of things. They just go to work, come home. They don't date. Oh, let's go here.
That's
Yeah,
boring.
that's boring.
That's
Right.
boring.
Right, I get that. That could happen.
See,
Yeah,
see
it
that
could.
will get bored to me.
Right, but so it's up to the other individual to wake that relationship
Right,
up.
Right.
right. If
Yeah.
you feel like you're bored, then
Right.
let's find something that's
yeah.
gonna take that
But
away.
but what about if the other party don't want to do what you want to do?
Well, it's give and take.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely
it's going to
give
have to
and
be
take.
in give and take, and for the most
They
part, if you're
compromise.
married, women could shut the sex off. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Why you gotta say we married? You can do that in a plain relationship.
Well, I'm just saying we talking about that specific
Oh,
relationship.
okay,
like,
okay.
You know, you could, you know.
But I don't think we should use sex as a weapon.
But y'all do.
Well, we're single. Well, and I'm not gonna say single or married, but it has been done.
Yes. It has
But what
been
I'm
done.
saying is that shouldn't be that should not be a weapon.
But it's a
What,
negotiation tactic.
Sex should not be but it also depends on if the complacent part of it. Like if you know that your significant other or your wife or your husband, if that's what what's the word I'm looking for? If that's what
Maybe they don't turn
gets
you
them
on.
to get active, then okay, that could be used as a good weapon.
Right.
And I'm like, give me some little pussy, maybe he, or let me just give him a blowjob,
Right.
Ooh,
But
sorry.
maybe they don't
Sorry,
turn you
Jack.
on. Maybe that person don't turn you on anymore.
Oh, but that's why.
Man,
That's why.
That's a whole nother story.
that's
though.
crazy if they don't turn
you have
you
to
on.
work.
Yeah,
You have to work. That's what I'm saying.
that's more than
Because
work
they
if
want to
don't
do.
turn you on.
Okay,
though.
they just want to do missionary style. Why?
No,
What you
no
doing,
mission.
bruh? Who does
I
that?
forgot what
We
missionary.
know how you
was.
like to get down now. You want to flip, flop.
You
Back
forgot.
Leave
I
it up.
forgot what
Turn it up.
missionary was.
Roll it down. Oh
Yeah, let me try to hang off of this.
Do you want to keep them interested? You gotta
You
spice
gotta
it up.
say-
But yeah, but
Yeah.
that's where all those lingerie stores, the sex
What is
toys,
lingerie?
and
Okay.
all that stuff.
no! What is the lingerie going to do? Let's see that.
Well,
that,
maybe your man likes to see you in something different than
Well, so you know
a
what?
nappy long
What?
T-shirt.
What? Ain't nobody
like-
got no long T-shirt on.
I'm
You
just-
don't even
I gave that
have
as
nothing
a-
on.
Hot. Menopause.
Right.
Menopause.
I'm gonna have nothing on.
But maybe your man wants to see that once in a blue moon.
So saying, so you know
Instead of
what?
going to bed with a silk scarf
bonnet.
and a bonnet and a T-shirt, sometimes he might want to see you get out the shower and have something nice on.
Okay.
That might open his eyes. That might stimulate him.
Right.
Like, oh, what he's so used to you being plain, and then you come through like that. That may stimulate some things that's lacking.
Individual.
Huh?
Individual.
Yeah, that's why I said men are visual.
Men
creatures.
are
That's why I
visual.
said that.
Oh, I never heard that.
I said
yeah,
that.
he said it earlier.
He said it earlier, but we also
No.
said no. He did say it earlier.
He said it earlier. The
what?
glass.
The glass-
The glasses, hey,
Glass
Steph,
is
don't
not
listen to
open.
that. They talking. They
Y'all
ain't
not
talking
gonna
about
get
that.
on us today.
No, but he did say it earlier.
Oh.
But we also said women are visual creatures too.
Yeah.
Like we see stuff. Like we ain't dead. You know
Right,
what
y'all
I'm
see
saying?
stuff, but y'all handle things different. Like, y'all won't be like, damn, look at that butt.
Right, we won't.
Y'all wait till y'all get in the bathroom and be like, did you see him?
Be like, did you
Nobody-
see? Yo, did you see him?
Yeah, y'all won't do it. Like, we'll be out like, damn, and we catch ourselves.
And y'all always
Yeah.
staring.
Yeah, we
They're
staring.
always
Okay, why y'all
They always
staring and
staring.
not
Right.
say anything?
You staring, but you love my body, nigga. My
Cause
ass
I
ain't
would
big
stop you.
like
I'll
that.
stop you in the
Yeah,
minute.
but-
Like, hello, hello. What you looking at?
They might be scared to
So
approach
what?
you,
Can you
Keisha.
answer that, please?
Answer, say that again. I didn't hear you. Yeah.
They scared
She
to
said,
approach
why?
you?
She said, why when we go out?
talking.
Why when we go out? Y'all always looking at somebody's big fake booties. Not saying that everybody got a fake booty, but looking at
That's
big
another
fake booties.
topic.
That's a whole nother.
But then y'all claim to love us to the clouds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because like I said, we're visual creatures. So just because we may glance at something else doesn't mean that we desire that over what we have. It's just something to look at to say.
You can
wow.
look.
It's just something, But a lot of times, y'all women think we're looking at a big booty at all, but sometimes we're like, ew.
That's the same FMF thing my husband be saying.
But that-
Because that's true.
he be saying, ew, Jermaine. I be like, oh, of course
Like-
you looking at her ass. He be
like,
like,
you have to
nah, I
look-
wasn't looking at it like that.
Right.
I looked at it like,
Like
babe,
that,
you see
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Like, you have to admit, some of the butts that's out here now is like a spectacle. You know what I'm saying? It's just, they shape
I
different.
don't believe none
You
of
know
it.
what
Just
I'm
don't
saying?
look.
It don't look good.
Right.
But you
At
can
all.
no. You can look. Don't touch.
No, she,
No, I don't care. You
Uh-uh.
you're a man. You human. You can look. Why not? Cause if a nigga walk past me and I'm with somebody, yeah, I'm gonna look. If he look good, yeah.
I'm getting a BBL.
See,
Bruh,
that's why Keisha single.
Ah, here you go.
Nah, I'm
you
good. I'm good. But I'm just saying though. But I'm saying, but it's
they
two
go
sides.
up.
It's two sides. Cause I see nice looking men. You know, and I look, and my husband probably see nice looking men. He probably look, but it's
Nice-looking
never
women.
disrespectful.
Women.
Right, it's never different.
Oh, women, honey.
Yeah.
Because if y'all together, y'all be like, yo,
But I-
look at her.
yeah,
look at
but-
her body.
And sometimes we do that.
Right.
Like I be like, Jay, look at her ass, look at her butt. And
Mm-hmm.
he'd be like, I don't want to look at that. Cause I'm right here.
No, I'm be honest.
that cup.
Yo, seriously.
cup.
Yes. We be,
Give me the cup. Give me the cup. She don't need any more.
Yeah, it's
I'm
okay.
giving you permission to look.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
God. You got eyes to look and see.
Yeah, no. Cause I even tell him, like, you know, we see stuff. We ain't got
Right,
going on
right,
that.
right.
But we see. We ain't blind. We ain't dead. You
Right.
know,
You human.
We see. But the thing is, when you become disrespectful to
Right.
it, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
When you disrespecting
Once
who
you start
with and where you-
touching, that's
Yeah, nobody's touching
Or
Keisha.
what-
I've
or what-
never
no,
seen
that's
a
no.
man
No,
touch.
what are you talking about? Jam?
I've never
I'm
seen
saying.
a man that was with a woman touch another girl's butt in front of their.
Shit, you never know. These niggas out here crazy.
Well, that's you gotta go to
They
other places to date.
disrespectful. So
You
I ain't dating them crazy
No,
people.
Don't touch.
Don't touch.
No,
Look,
it's
people
like you can look but don't touch.
Yeah, nah.
That's the
I-
saying.
I mean, anybody in
He
their
said
right
you gotta
mind
go other
would be
places
like,
today.
Sam crazy. Sam is very crazy. That
Yo.
shit crazy.
shout out to the natural big butt girl.
Yeah, natural.
Hey.
Big booty hoes.
Fuck with it.
But seriously, y'all.
Oh, we started off.
We got this
with what?
different.
What did we start with?
Yeah, we don't know.
We
Sorry.
started
Benefits
about
of
one thing,
being married and
all in
single,
it.
and now we're.
Yeah, so we were just saying what's the best thing about being married and being single. So I guess to sum it up is companionship,
Stick by their side, being
stick
with
by
them.
side, being with them, you know, confiding and working together is
Yeah.
working together is a
Working on a relationship so nobody gets bored.
right.
Yes, bored is
Yes.
the number one answer.
Right.
Yes, nobody gets
Hey
bored.
Jay. All right, y'all. So, hey Jess, you okay over there? You having a good time?
We good? What, we take a second?
Wait, let me just.
Huh? Oh, okay.
Jermaine.
All right, y'all. What? Me? Oh, okay.
Can I just like, I mean, y'all had this whole big conversation going on.
Okay.
So, I mean, Jermaine, I love what you said, though. I felt that. Jay, you know Jay, my boy. You know
Yeah,
I'm
I
always
know.
on his side anyway. But yeah,
Yeah.
I love what you said. But let's get away from that for a second.
Okay.
Do y'all know that in France, the supermarkets have to give any leftover food that at the end of the day, like foods that they can't sell the next day, they have to give it to the homeless shelter
good.
or give it to charities.
Oh.
So this is combating people who are being deprived of food.
Okay.
So we got a big problem here in the United States, and what are we doing about it?
Yeah.
Like we need to do something like that. So the supermarkets, like you can go to the supermarket and they can have a sticker on it, they'll say manager special or something. Those are the types of foods that they would donate to the shelters so that they
Okay,
could
nice.
give them to people who are hungry. In this country, we got a big problem. We got
Yeah.
homelessness and we have people that are hungry.
Starving. Yeah.
But I think we need to take a page from their book to help out. And they said it's helping. It's combating that
That's
problem
good.
over there in France.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. But
I mean, I just wish we had somebody in office that can regulate, because we can do as little people, we can do what we can do, but we can't really do anything on a magnitude level unless we have that magnitude help.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and starvation, homelessness is so big in our area, the tri-state area. Sometimes when I go, even like, then we went to New York. My husband and I went to New York, and we saw it was raining, and we saw the homeless people just out there. So we would give them our, we would have the bags, to go bags. We would
Right.
just give them our food.
Right.
But that don't even feel right. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But it's sad because, to be honest, it's like the United States
The richest country in the world, supposedly.
Right.
is the
Supposedly.
only one that don't do half the stuff that these other countries are doing.
But
You know, we-
restaurants and supermarkets, they would rather throw their
Throw it
food
away.
away.
Yeah.
They give it to them.
Yeah.
Give it to people.
They
I
give it
remember
to
when I
them.
was younger, I worked at McDonald's. McDonald's on Freeland Heights and Avenue. Worked there. And if you work at night, once they close, all that food, they just throw it in the garbage. And then you have people that's going in the garbage to get it because they know it's going to be
They
there.
know it's gonna be there. Yeah.
And I won't say this particular supermarket. I won't say it out loud, but it was. They still have a current one in Montclair, I believe. Montclair. They would, like, their shrimp and their lobster and stuff, that the high end foods that they have that's like maybe a day old or about to be a day old. They will call their people in the councilmen, and all their people will go up and get all of that food out the deep freezer out there. They would give it to them instead
Right.
of giving it to
the
somebody
people
that
who
really needs it.
benefit from
And
it.
I stopped shopping there. I stopped shopping there.
Oh,
I
so you
wish
didn't
I
go
could
on-
say
you
their
didn't go
name.
online?
I didn't know. I ain't go online this time.
Shout out to Jay Rob for not going online.
No, yeah, seriously.
It's
though.
horrible.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not shopping there no more. Like, now that I know you call all your peoples, they come and get the lobster and the shrimp, all the high end food, and no, I'm not doing that.
I wish I could just help
It's
our
horrible.
community.
But like you said,
Me too.
we all wish that, but we're on such a small scale.
Yeah.
It needs to be done on a larger scale.
Yeah.
And the government just doesn't. I mean, they're worried more about ICE wrestling up immigrants right now.
Everything.
But
Yeah,
even-
and some of the
even-
ones that's not even immigrants, the
But
ones that's
even
really
those
in
that
here.
try to go down to Penn Station, you can't even go down there to give out food anymore.
Oh, you
Which
can't.
is
Wow.
wrong. You can't just, you got to get a permit. Why do you
Oh,
got to give a
really?
permit just to
Yeah.
give them food?
Wow.
That's horrible.
Then you know that all these people out here is homeless and they don't have nowhere to go, no food, no nothing. You can't even get them a blanket.
Wow.
I used to clean my closet out and give blankets. My cousin came and got all my blankets out. I was like, I'm not gonna use them. I'm gonna take them down to Penn Station. But you can't even give them to these people. You can't
Raz
get them food.
Baraka, his name Raz
Wow,
Baraka.
Yeah.
You need to look into that, Raz, because that's deep.
I wonder what's
Especially
the
in the
reasoning
summertime,
behind it.
you know
What
what
is
I'm
the
saying?
reasoning behind that?
Yeah,
It's
because
so
it's gonna be
many.
hot too. You want to give people water. You want to give them stuff that mesh things that they can just walk around in.
It might be a safety situation.
Right, that's what I'm saying. What's
Crowd
the reasons?
building
Yeah.
up. They want to make sure the people that's giving out the food is
Legit,
certified.
not giving right.
So,
But why you gotta be certified just to give out food?
Or
Well,
water.
I
Some
guess
people could be crazy and come and give you
yeah,
some
they could
poison
come,
or something.
You know,
Who
you
knows?
don't know nowadays.
I get that, but these okay. We're
Knowingly
trying to help
homeless people,
we're
right?
helping, yes.
Yeah.
We're trying to help the homeless. Like,
Yeah,
why would we harm
you
the
are.
homeless?
You
Yeah,
are,
you
but some
are.
people
Yeah.
aren't. Unfortunately.
But
Yeah.
shout out to France
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
shout out to
recognizing,
that.
noticing, and
Yeah.
helping.
And doing something about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's sad. And then we waste food every day.
Yeah.
That's
Every
and that's
day.
exactly what they said. We waste a third of the food. A third of the food that in the world, a third of the food gets wasted,
That's sad.
whether it rots or whether we throw it away.
Mm-hmm.
We waste a third of the food that's developed in the world.
Oh man.
Shout out
That's
to
it.
Maplewood.
And those are factual stats because
Yeah.
I've read it.
Shout out to
I'm
Maplewood.
not just throwing numbers out there.
Yeah, I like me. I know what you're saying.
Everything is 50%.
50%.
Shout out to Maplewood because they got a refrigerator in the
pantry,
pantry.
yeah.
Oh, right, yes,
On Springfield
yes.
Avenue.
Springfield Avenue.
So if you gonna want to clean out your pantry and give to the needy,
Yeah.
you take it and they come and clean that pantry out.
Yeah.
And
And
people
it-
go.
it's a lot
People
of
go
people
there.
over
They
there,
have a
too.
refrigerator
Yeah.
there and they have the shelves.
Yeah.
It's
It's helping a lot of
amazing.
people.
Yes.
It's helping a lot of people. And that's what it's about, helping.
Yes.
You know, I mean, we up here and we laugh and we talk because this is what we do as friends. And it's nothing abnormal about what we doing today. But when it comes to the seriousness and the health of others and the helping of others, then I'm all for it. You know, I'm all for it. Well, like whatever we need to do. And again, shout out to Maplewood because Maplewood is so diverse. They don't care about what's going on. As long as they're helping someone, they want to see what else we can do to help a person.
Parent community.
Right. Yes. And that's why I love to stay and have my business in Maplewood because it's nothing that I can't go to the town hall about and they say,
Right.
look, let me see what I can do to help.
Right.
I don't care if it's an issue with the streets, if it's an issue with people, anything. They want to help. So shout out to Maplewood Town and South Orange Township.
I was just asked today, what is your purpose? And I really had to sit back and think about that.
That's a good question.
But I thought, and I always think about it day to day, like, yeah, what is my purpose? And I was like, I'm always helping, always trying to put somebody before me. But I was told I need to help myself first before I can help others. But I'm always giving, giving, and I'm not a taker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, when do you stop? When do you stop giving?
When do you stop giving and take, or when do you
Not
stop
even,
giving?
not even just taking.
Or
But when do you
focusing on
stop?
yourself?
Yeah, focusing on yourself.
I just, if it comes from the heart, it's nonstop.
Right.
You know, but I have learned to accept blessings because all of you have been a blessing to me. I've learned to accept blessings. You know, and I'm pretty much like you, Keisha. I give, and sometimes you get not tired, but it can wear you. It can wear
Right.
you out.
Right.
You know, because sometimes it feel like you're the only one giving and nothing is being received. So with that, when your heart is in the right place and it's guided in the right direction, it's never ending. It, you know, God is going to always, first of all, keep you blessed and bless you for having that giving spirit, and He's always going to have somebody in your corner to bless you.
Yeah, the blessings come back
Yeah.
times 10, whether you know it or not.
whether you realize
And it
it
could
or
be
not.
smaller or gigantic.
Yeah.
And I think we don't think about that. We don't
I
think
don't
about
think
how
about
blessed
it.
we are
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like when you always find somebody saying, "Oh, I did this. Oh, I know I got a big heart. Oh, I know,"
Right.
then you don't.
Right.
You don't.
Right.
So
Because you don't even got to announce it.
you don't have to announce that,
Right.
right? So you know, your heart that's what your heart is, and that's what God leads you to do. Continue to do
Do
it,
it, right.
because nothing is going to fail out of you, out of your giving heart. You know.
Because if I got it, you got it, you got it, you got
Yeah.
it, you got it.
Yeah.
It money come and go. Materialistic things does not matter to me. You know what I'm saying? So some people are like, oh, I got this, I got that. Okay, I can get the same motherfucking thing you got. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't have it because that's not what I want.
That's not what
you
I
know
want.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So materialistic things come and go. God take things, give you things and take them from you.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, I just,
Your peace of mind and health is priceless.
right,
Right,
yeah,
right.
right.
Your health
So
is
those
your
are
wealth.
the two things that
Right.
I really worry about. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because the other stuff, like you said,
Right.
could come and go.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So.
But you got people who will take advantage of you as a giver.
Yeah.
You have
Right.
people who will take advantage of you. They know that they could get it from you, and you know they go with it.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Unfortunately.
Yeah, because
But does that stop you from being a giver because of that?
If I know I'm being taken advantage of,
Well,
absolutely.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
but then
Yeah.
sometimes
No.
if you know you're taking advantage of, okay, you know you're taking advantage of, but it's like, say it's a family member or something, you like, damn, I need to help them. You know what I'm
No.
saying?
H to the E-L-L, no.
Those be the ones.
Especially a family
Them the
member.
main ones.
Yeah, like you got to tell them no.
Especially if you know you're being taken
You want
advantage
some
of.
appeal, man?
You're cut off. You're cut off. It's it. That's it. That's over with.
You know, God gives us wisdom.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes you know the ones closest to you is the ones that do it.
It's hard because it breaks your heart because you're like, damn, I got it to give, but I gotta say no.
I gotta
You
say
gotta
no.
yeah.
And it's okay to say no. I've learned in life it is okay to say no
Yeah,
and
as
go
you
on
got
about
old-
your day.
Right. As you get older, you start to
Yes.
realize
Yes.
stuff.
I remember my dad
Yeah.
told me, he always said, Don't be, cause I was the type of person I never asked. I always just try to do. I never asked, and that was in me until my adulthood, and then but my father used to always say, they can either say yes or no,
Yep.
but ask. But I even though I never, that still
It's
doesn't resonate with me
hard
because
to
it's
say.
so hard to. I don't like no's.
I don't
think
like
nobody
the
has.
That's my
Anybody,
issue.
that's with
You know what I'm
anybody.
saying?
And I think
So that's why I don't ask.
right.
You know, because if somebody say
Right.
no to me, like I'm having a whole pissy fit.
Like they say, closed mouth don't get fed. But
Right.
I'll be like, I'm not asking that.
Right.
I'm not
right.
going to ask you. I'm just be like, okay, I'll wait until I can do whatever I can do.
we'll have
Do,
to
right.
figure it out.
Right.
I used
I
to be
figure
like
it
that,
out.
but I changed that.
How do you change that?
Because, like you said, you're a giver.
Yeah.
So, I'm a giver to a certain extent, but sometimes I may need something from somebody
Right.
else, and the only way for me to get it is to ask them.
But it's
Whether they say no or
hard.
yes.
I don't want to hear the word no.
Well,
Me
no
either.
one likes
No,
no.
nobody likes no, but I mean, no sometimes gives you the power or the initiative to go another route where you may not have to ask somebody. You're going to say, you know what? I'm going to do it on my own.
That's me.
So,
But yeah, you do it on your own. But what if you don't have the means to do it on your own. That's why you
but
asking.
yeah, but that no may make you step up and be able
Okay,
to
I
get
see-
out
I
and
see
Find
get
your point.
another way.
Okay.
Yeah, find
okay.
another way.
I see your
Like,
point.
that's all a no could mean is to find another way.
And that doesn't always have to mean personally.
Yeah.
Like you can be asking for a favor for your kid. You can be asking for a favor for your business. You can be asking a favor for your friend. You know, and when they say no, it's like, well, all right.
Yeah.
Try the next one.
Yeah.
Yes, that bag like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Or you
my
want
heart
to say,
just think like,
or you want to say, nah, you remember what I did. Remember I
Right.
said yes,
Yeah.
so remember when I.
You got people that do
Sometimes you
that.
want to just say that, but you know it's not right. But sometimes you want to say,
But you know who
yo,
to
remember
go to
when I.
and who not to go to.
Sometimes.
But
Sometimes the
sometimes
ones.
you have those people who don't care. They just want whatever it is
Yeah.
so bad. They cross their fingers like maybe I could get them this time. You
And
know what I'm
sometimes the
saying?
ones you think you can go to are the ones you cannot.
right, that
You know
too,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
It be
I've
those
been
people
through that.
who-
I've been through that before.
That's
the person
true.
that or the people that I thought I could go to for a favor or to ask something or to slip something through the box. They'll be like, nah, I can't. I'm like, huh? What?
That's why I try to do
But it
stuff on
happens.
my own.
It happens.
That's exactly why I
That's
do
same
shit on my
here.
own.
I
Like,
try-
okay.
That's why, nah.
I ain't asking nobody for shit.
Yeah, I'm asking.
I mean, I will ask my
Sam
husband.
said you said you
I'm
asked.
asking, yeah.
Well, you got a husband.
I mean, I could ask him,
We're talking about outside.
But also, I have friends in places that I can go to. Prime example, it was a time when I really needed to work to get insurance because something happened in my family that I had to say, look, I got to do this now because I don't know what's going to happen. And I called my friend up, and I'm like, look, I need a job. How long is the insurance kicking? Blah, 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 blah. And she said, come on.
right away.
Insurance kicking in once you sign these papers, your insurance kicking in 30 days. Well, I don't have 30 days. Okay, well, you sign this paper, it's gonna kick in 10 days. Come on board, I make sure you're okay. I went on board and I was actually there for like maybe a year and a half until I needed to get exactly what I needed to get through. But instead of just quitting or saying, okay, that's it, I don't need her no more, I explained to her, look, this is what I need. Can you help me with this and would you be affected by it? When she said, I can help you with this and it will not affect me, then that's when I went on board. Because you still got to think about the people that say yes to you. They're in places where if you kind of down that
you don't
yes,
mess them up.
they're in a bind.
Yeah.
So you don't want to kind of burn your bridges. You still want to kind of,
People don't care. People, that's a tricky thing because
It's hard,
yeah,
A lot of people just
and that's why people don't want to help you out.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
because once they get what they want, it's like I
Yeah.
got it.
And
See.
you mess up people's names.
Yeah.
Like, they
Right,
won't be
right.
able to help anybody
That's
else.
why you don't burn bridges.
Yeah.
Don't burn
But
bridges.
that's the thing of the past now.
Well, burning
No,
bridges?
No,
No, it's a thing of the past.
because nowadays you have a different mentality. Like, I hate to say it, but like back in the day, you would think you could really do your best to make sure you do not mess up nobody's name. Nowadays, you could get
They don't
somebody a
care.
job, and they be lazy, be late,
Right,
but they
right.
think you work there, you gonna always, you know what I'm
Had
saying?
it back with it. Yeah.
That
So
privilege.
sometimes, you know, people like nowadays, you be like, people be like, mess up your name. Well, if you ain't want to give me the job, you should have never. No, it's not about that.
Yeah, that's not the mentality you gotta
That's
have.
and that's them. Some of them entitled kids.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
go out your way and you do a favor and you make sure that, and then they just screw it up. And I'm like, why? What happened? Oh, I just didn't feel like it. Oh, I just couldn't get there. Oh, and I'm like, yeah, but your name ain't on the line.
Right.
Mine's and that person's name is on the
Right.
line. Now my credibility is shot with this person, and she ain't gonna never do nothing for me again if I ask. So you messed that up, you entitled, spoiled brat. Okay.
She was looking right
Yeah.
in the
Shout out to
camera.
all the therapists.
Right in the camera.
Oh, therapy is
But you
therapeutic.
understand, it is therapeutic.
Therapy is therapeutic.
It is. It is.
So let me ask you something.
I have.
What are some
I
things that
have.
you do that's therapeutic? Like, what are some things that you do just in like going to the store or whatever?
I take
No.
rides.
Take
Okay.
rides.
Long rides.
Really? Gas
Yeah.
too high to be taking.
I want it. Guess what? You work. Fill up the tank and keep it going.
Okay.
That's just a piece of mind. No,
Yeah.
no lie.
Okay. I hear
Mine's
you.
is
I hear you.
shopping. Mine's is online
See,
shopping.
that's too much money.
I'm therapeutic when even they don't call it window shop no more. They call it site shop.
What
So
they
when
call
you-
it, site?
Site shop.
Shop.
So when
Oh,
you go on
'cause you-
TikTok and you got a million things in your cart but you don't buy them, that's
Oh,
therapeutic.
site.
For,
Oh, okay. I got you.
Therapy
That's
for me
therapeutic for
is
me.
games on my phone. Like
Yeah,
I'm
you are.
constantly
Yeah,
playing
You
games
are,
on
yeah.
my
Yeah,
phone.
that's good.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm thinking. I mean, people want to ask me questions while I'm playing, and they're like, my mind is playing the game, but
talking
I'm
about
asking.
me?
Yeah, no, that should be like that.
If the
Steph
shoe-
will
if the shoe
ignore
fits.
you.
She would ignore
She
me.
will ignore you.
Yo, Steph be like,
And all I say is, Steph, can you give me the time? She'll be like,
I'm
like,
I'm doing something.
what you on your phone? You can't look at your phone and just say what time it is.
And you can't look at your phone either, right?
But I'm saying I'll be doing something where I can't look at my phone, but you'll
He be
have your phone
curling
in front of
hair.
you,
Oh,
and then
He be
you'll look at
curling
me
hair.
like,
You be
yeah, I'll be
curling
curling
hair.
hair.
Oh, okay.
and
All right,
what's
so I'll
yours,
keep that in
Sam?
mind. I'll keep that
Okay,
in mind.
okay,
All
I
right,
appreciate
I'll
what's
keep that in
yours?
mind.
It's maybe shopping and going to my favorite sushi spot.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
you like sushi?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
see, you learn something new.
that's
by
South Orange,
everybody.
right?
No, it used to be, but
Okay.
Montclair.
Oh okay, okay.
I sit by the window and people watch.
Oh, okay.
And that's just, you know what I'm saying? So,
Are you a people watcher, like in the airport?
nah, not really in the airport because I get nervous about flying.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I make sure I go to the bathroom, everything, be right.
okay.
So I could get on the plane and hopefully.
And you
to
go
sleep.
in when they
Yeah.
call your gate. They call your group because they call you by groups and all of that stuff. You
I
don't go
stand
in
up.
with the where they start calling.
Yeah, I'm one of those. I was
Okay.
like, yeah, if I'm group 3 and they say group 2, I may try to sneak in there.
Okay, you may try, but not when they say, hey, people who may be handicapped.
Oh,
or
nah, I don't.
need assistance.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, I was just asking.
Yeah,
I'm
First of all, no. Time.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
she
That
asked
is
for a
some
friend.
yeah, I'm
bullcrap.
asking for a friend. I'm just
Why you
asking.
asking that?
Well, why you getting so offended? Is my question.
Well, I do have a disability. Shit, I had sciatic
Yes, you
nerve.
do. Yes, you do. She get bored quick.
Sciatic nerve.
That was a
I
sensitive
had
subject.
a sciatic.
sensitive.
First of all, she's almost said that was a
Did- so,
sensitive
Steph, did she-
subject,
did they-
but your
They
main
did
done
that.
walked in
They
on
got
me.
it all?
They
No,
got it
first
all.
of all,
Oh, they got it
no.
all?
Let me say this. No, let me explain.
Explain.
Since you want to put me on the spot, I do have a disability, right?
Okay.
So, but this one right here to my left, going to tell my son, you had something on your ticket that says you disabled? I said, no, I'm disabled. So she going to tell us, wait, we in the airport. She going to tell us, excuse me, but she not disabled.
She said that, but
Wait,
she went
and
right
then
with her.
she walked with me,
I walk with her.
right with me.
Oh, you
Like,
I'm
had,
the only
seriously?
one
Yeah, so-
standing back waiting for them to
I
call my
said,
group
"Oh
like I'm
my
supposed to.
god!"
I
I
blast.
follow rules. I follow rules.
That was my rule.
I follow rules.
I
I'm
just skipped over and
saying.
went right
I'm
with her.
sorry, but I had a sciatic
you had
nerve
some soft
problem.
You
border
had no
clerks,
issue that day. You were walking
for them
fine.
to let you go after that.
First of all, no, that was the day. No, we was going to Puerto Rico that day.
Yeah.
And then we was sitting in that airport.
Yeah,
And
it
I
was
said,
just
I need to get
crazy.
comfortable in my seat.
Okay.
They put my bag on the check-in.
That's hilarious.
Jess.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
They'll do it.
But-
I'm not sorry because you'll do it again.
Sorry.
I would not do that. Well, that's what they say.
Did you even have a limp or anything?
No.
No, why do I gotta have a limp for that?
But there was nothing wrong. They just wanted to get on the plane first.
Sciatica nerve is serious.
I had that. I
It's
had that.
serious.
Yeah.
You can't even move half of the time.
You're right.
But
I've
you-
had that.
Nothing.
Stephanie. What was your problem?
Stephanie said, but you.
But
was
what was your
scared.
problem though, Jermaine?
What was your problem?
What was your
I
problem?
just wanted to get on there like you was.
And you snitched.
I was tired too.
And she
Yeah,
snitched.
she
You said
snitched, but then she followed
Did you
them.
follow? What
Did
kind
you call
of
that
rules
snitch
that-
though?
Yeah.
You
they
snitching.
And guess what I did? I kept walking
I
and
know you
turned
can't-
back.
Yeah.
But is that snitching?
Yes.
What you call it?
Okay, is that snitching when it's your friend?
Yeah.
What?
Right?
What the hell?
What? How is it not because it's your friend?
You
you
ain't
ain't-
supposed to snitch on people you don't know.
Right.
Well, because you're not intentionally telling on them.
You
You intentionally told on
You
her.
intentionally told.
But that wasn't the purpose. That wasn't in my heart.
What was the purpose?
What was your?
To try to get where you was.
Well, you could have just went
Well,
with
you
her like you
just came
did.
with me.
Well,
Wow.
okay.
Wait, because the people that was in
I
back of me.
snitched.
Wait, but the people that was in back of me was like, "That's your friend."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah,
I'm your
They
friend.
were confused.
yeah."
Yeah.
So they're
So-
like, how
How
can they be
your
your
friend
friend
telling on you?
and your friend telling
What
on
is this, Jumbo Jermaine Day?
Yes.
I'm just saying.
But
They
yes,
jumping on me saying.
we not jumping on her.
This happened a year ago and they still talking about
I'm,
it.
I'm
that-
just saying that you guys, that wasn't, you know.
No,
Okay,
but no,
but-
seriously.
She get it. Now, if it was okay for a while, you know what? Now y'all got me amped.
No, it's all right. It's over with.
Amped about what?
Now, if it was
what-
to harm her, I wouldn't have done it.
Okay.
But because I know it wasn't going to harm
Oh, I'm not
her.
even talking about that part. I'm talking about the fact that both of y'all went on.
Oh, and left you?
No, listen, I don't mind it. I follow rules when I go places.
Yeah, so
I
you'll get
follow
kicked
all
out.
of the rules. They say don't go that way. I'm not going that way. Guess where y'all go? That way. I'm not doing that. I don't want no trouble.
Well, I'm
It
just trying to
depends.
figure out what you talking about when you
I'm not talking
said.
about the snitching part. I'm not even talking about. I'm talking about the fact that both of y'all went through that gate with the disability people with babies or whatever, baby carriages.
Don't do
whatever
that,
it may be.
Stephanie. Don't do that.
I was in a wheelchair half of the. I mean,
No, that was 5 years ago.
Because when she was in a wheelchair 5 years ago, we all was going down that aisle.
Right,
We always. I ain't hear nothing about no baby. I ain't hear nothing about no handicap. I ain't hear nothing about nothing.
Right.
We was all on that and we was taking selfies.
That was different. That
so
was
what's up?
different.
Come on, T, get in the wheelchair.
That
T.
was different.
Right.
They didn't-
Wheelchair.
How was that different?
Because they didn't say, "Are you like?" I wasn't pretending to
They
be
didn't say where
handicapped.
with
they
disability.
I wouldn't. No, we went because Keisha.
Yeah, but you was there. You didn't.
Right,
So-
we went as a group.
Right,
That's
so-
why they took us.
Right, well, I'm asking you, did you stay in the line with all the other people or did you come with us?
But no, you're leaving out a part.
That's all I
You're
wanna know.
leaving out a part. I was not pretending to be disabled. though.
Okay, but I'm saying, did you stay in the line with everybody else or did you come with
you're
us?
comparing apples and oranges. That's
Wait,
all I'm saying.
Time.
Did you walk with us or did you stay in the other line?
You're comparing apples and I'm not answering that.
Is it-
I'm not answering that. You're comparing apples and oranges. I'm not going to compare an apple to an orange. It wasn't the same thing.
They both round.
They both got to get peeled.
They both round.
Apples don't have to get peeled. But
They both got
anyway.
juice in them. They both got seeds in them.
Not these new day oranges, because they be seedless. Everything is seedless.
Oh, I don't eat nothing
It's fake. They're
seedless.
fake.
Fake,
Yeah.
fake news.
Fake news.
Oh, what?
Okay, y'all.
Oh,
So it's been good.
it's been great.
It's been great.
We We had
It's
a
been
good
another
time.
episode
Lot of fun.
of Three Girls and a Friend.
Even though Sam was on me all day.
No, I wasn't. I just want to give a shout out to Big Mama. I went to her event. She's a
Oh, I love her. Comedian?
Yeah, the
Yes.
comedian,
Yeah.
right?
I went to her event at the Carteret Performing Arts Center on the rooftop. And when we got there, some people were sitting in our seats.
Which your
And
nigga would.
And they wouldn't get up. And I just want to give a shout out to Big Mama and the Performing Arts Center staff. They handled the situation well.
Yeah.
They comped us for the rest of the night. So I just want to give a
Nice.
shout out to Big Mama and the DJ. I forget your name. And
Why you tell us about that?
Performing
did.
Arts staff, the management
You
and the
were
staff
here.
was very, very nice.
Oh, shout out.
Shout out.
Yes,
Shout
we'll
out
be there, y'all. We'll
I
be
like
there.
Big Mama. Big
I love
Mama
Big
is
Mama.
good.
Shout out to
She
Big
good.
Mama.
She
She
funny
funny.
as hell.
Funny.
I'm going to add her.
She
as well.
funny. Funny.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so and big shout out to everybody that's listening to us. Definitely to Carteret and Big Mama because he was telling us how everything went so smooth, and you know sometimes things like that can go left. You know, because I think the situation was somebody was sitting in your seat, right?
Mhm, like I just said. But anyway, peace, love, and hair grease. Love y'all. We out.
Don't
forget to subscribe.
Oh wait, don't forget to like and subscribe, y'all.
Yes,
If
like
y'all
and
want to see
subscribe.
more of us,
It's free to subscribe.
Subscribe, like, and we will definitely be here for a what episode?